Saul Canelo Alvarez once upon a time stated that he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters. Well, that statement is haunting him down now. Jaime Munguia beat John Ryder in a way that Canelo Alvarez was supposed to beat John Ryder. Jaime Munguia stopped John Ryder. He did something that Canelo Alvarez couldn't do in front of the Mexican people. David Benavidez in his last two outings beat Caleb Plant, the former 168 champion, and beat Demis Andre, one of the most avoided fighters, in which I wanted to see Canelo Alvarez and Demis Andre in 160 for the undisputed bout. Remember, Canelo Alvarez said, guys, fight each other. Stop waiting on me. Carve your own legacy, and then we could meet up in a big fight. Not only my name attached to your name, but a headline that is Canelo versus Benavidez, Canelo versus a Charlo, Canelo versus a Jaime Munguia, Canelo whoever. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming along. Jaime Munguia right now is one of the most exciting fighters in the sport of boxing. One of the most exciting fighters in the sport of boxing. Last year, he fought Sergey Derevchenko and was fight of the year. This time around, he's kept that same momentum, and he's bringing something to the table. Of course, Canelo Alvarez is undisputed. He's undisputed. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get out of here, man. So they can't bring a belt because he's undisputed, but what they could bring is more money, more of a fan base, more of an aura. And both right now, Jaime Munguia and David Benavidez got that type of aura. And the good thing about it is that they're also Mexican. The good thing about it is that everybody's an exciting fighter. David Benavidez is an exciting fighter. Jaime Munguia is an exciting fighter. Canelo Alvarez is an exciting fighter, right? It just makes sense. Who is Canelo Alvarez going to be fighting next? Because I do believe that Jaime Munguia, especially yesterday, doing something that Canelo Alvarez couldn't do to a common opponent in John Ryder. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez didn't do that versus Caleb Plant because Canelo Alvarez stopped Caleb Plant, and David Benavidez couldn't stop Caleb Plant. I believe, like I said yesterday, and I kept on saying leading up to the fight, that Jaime Munguia, if he stops John Ryder, is as deserving as David Benavidez for potential next opponent for Canelo Alvarez. I think they paid their dues to get an opportunity of Canelo Alvarez. Let me tell you like this. Later, and I think it was weeks or months later, Canelo Alvarez clarified his statement about not fighting Mexican fighters. And I think that Canelo Alvarez will fight anybody, right? He will fight anybody. Canelo Alvarez has one of the best resumes of this generation. That's why he's King Nelo. That's why he's the cash cow and things of that nature, right? But this is now a perfect moment. If there was a opportunity to pass the torch or give a chance to pass the torch, Jaime Munguia, 27 years old. David Benavidez, 27 years old. Is anybody else more deserving to pass the torch to a fellow Latino and a fellow Mexican at that? This is the perfect time. David Benavidez came out with an entertaining win, right? A statement win versus Demis Andre, and Jaime Munguia came with a statement win versus John Ryder. It's the perfect time to pick one of these guys. Hey, you could get Jaime Munguia in Cinco de Mayo, or get David Benavidez in Cinco de Mayo and get Jaime Munguia in September. I think for Canelo Alvarez, I think he needs this more than anything, because I believe a year ago, before David Benavidez fought Caleb Plant, to be honest, yes, it was a fight that a lot of people was calling for, but what did David Benavidez actually brought to the table? Legacy-wise, hardware-wise, money-wise, fan base-wise, I believe that Jaime Munguia, he packed, you know what I'm saying, there was like almost 11,000 in Phoenix, in the hometown of David Benavidez. And mind you this, I would also like to see a fight with David Benavidez and Jaime Munguia. That would be a good fight. But I just think that, I think that right now is the perfect opportunity for Canelo Alvarez to give back, because in the sport of boxing, giving back to Mexico is not that you don't fight a Mexican fighter, but you do fight a Mexican fighter. That's giving back. That's feeding their family. That's going to feed Jaime Munguia's family. That's going to feed David Benavidez's family and stuff. That's the way that you give back in the sport of boxing, is to fight. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.